Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another interview on the Southern Cross Combat channel. I am your host, Joel Rasmussen, and today we're talking to a fighter, but not because they have a fight coming up. No, today we're talking to John Martin Fraser, who is a proud new business owner, co-owner of Oasis Fight Academy up on the sunny coast, I believe. He is a former multi-time Eternal Middleweight champion. He's coming off a big win in his last outing. And we talked about the new gym. I wanted to have him on after. It's very exciting for him. It's very exciting for anyone to start a new business venture. And so I had him on to talk to him, a friend of the show. We talk about the gym, why he's doing it, who's kind of involved, what it means for his career, because being a fighter is hard, and also being a business owner is hard. And we talk about, maybe is this the end of the line for him or not? And we also talk about Oban Elliot a little bit. He's Welsh. Oban Elliott's Welsh. All Welsh people know each other, which is kind of maybe what we come to at the when I talk to him about that. But if you enjoy the video, please like, comment, and subscribe. All that stuff. It really does help out the channel. Lets me know I'm doing a good job and that I should keep doing this, that I'm not throwing my life away. But nonetheless, please enjoy my interview with Mr. John Martin Fraser. G'day, Joel Rasmussen from Southern Cross Combat, and today I'm speaking to a friend of the show, Mr. John Martin Fraser. John, how are you this morning, Coach?
Yeah, good man. Bit tired. How are you?
I greatly appreciate the time. You mentioned that you are tired. It is early morning when we are recording this because you have things to do, my friend. You are now a head coach out of Oasis Gym. How is it so far?
Good man. I wouldn't say head coach, just coach is better. We split it three ways between me and my two business partners. Yeah, the Doggy and Geordie. But yeah, it's going good, man. Fucking yeah, can't complain. We've been off to a really good start. We've had some good numbers coming through already, like more than I was expecting. By the end of the year, to be honest, it's starting off with a real good start.
This is, if I'm not mistaken, this is the ending of the first week of kind of it publicly being open.
Yeah, yeah.
How was your first public week?
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, like I said, had really good numbers come through the door. Feels really good to get it going. Like I was planning it. I originally started planning it last winter, the end of last winter. It was always in my plans, but probably in another few years. But then when my missus got pregnant, I kind of decided I need to push that plan forward a little bit, rather than trying to get it going in 3 to 4 years. I'd rather be successful and making money in 3 to 4 years. So that's where my thought process was last year. And we had a nightmare with finding venues, just having the right zoning for the gym. Just went through almost, I don't even know how many I went to see, but there was a few that I thought were definite. In hindsight, it's probably been a good thing. It was a bit frustrating at the time because we found one, got socials up and running, posted a photo of the gym. Yep, all going ahead, all this excitement, and then found out the zoning wasn't right, so we couldn't actually use that space. It was frustrating at the time, and I felt like I looked like an idiot posting it so soon. But in hindsight, it actually got people talking about it for the last few months, and I think that's why we had such good numbers as well starting off.
I'm not a business owner, nor am I a property owner. What does that mean? There was zoning issues.
Um, I don't know if it's the same across all Australia, but so you need, you can't You can, but it's a bit of a risk. Like just opening a gym in a random industrial area that's not zoned correctly, so it can be zoned for industrial and warehouse use. But you're not supposed to open up an indoor gym in areas like that. You can do and run the risk, and I know a lot of gyms do, but it just wasn't worth it. Because if you did get reported for any reason or you had an issue with parking, which we did on the first day, you could get reported and the council could come out that day and kick you out and take your business off you. I heard of it happening down in Aura with the new gym. which was a nightmare. It was actually a gym next door that reported them about parking, and the council can shut you down. So it just wasn't worth the risk. So we were going back and forth, and then there was a few that were a bit of a grey area where the council, I was back and forth speaking to the council where they said, yeah, it's okay, but you'd have to apply for it. So again, all this excitement, thinking, yeah, we found the right place, and then getting the quote then of how much you'd have to, how much the application would be. The application was something like 12,000, and then additional costs by the council were up. Sorry, the additional costs by the council were up to like $40,000, just for the change of sewerage, which is no real change, but that's a yeah, that's an expensive expensive amount of shits. You know what I mean? It's money for old rope. It's money for absolutely fucking nothing. Just to say that people are going to be using the toilet more than what they would if it was a warehouse. Yeah, it's strange. But lucky we got over that hurdle and found the place. It actually ended up being a better location, very central to Maroochydore. Very central. It's just such a good spot. It's just off a highway, easy to find. Yeah.
You mentioned that this was something you kind of had in the works, at least an idea you had for a few years from now. We'll set up the gym and we'll do this.
Yeah.
You mentioned why it got brought forward, but why start a gym? Why was this something that you wanted to do?
Um, I don't know. Well, once when it comes to the point of finishing fighting, like I don't fancy going back to plastering, you know. I love what I do. I just always want to be involved in martial arts and fighting, and if I can help, like, teach youngsters what I've learned, like, through the years, and help them, like, do what I did, I'd love that. I'll do way better than I did. I'd love that, you know. And there's like some good boys that are already training us. I'd love to like see them go on and do really well with it, or do as good as they can do, you know. Yeah, I don't know. I just want to be involved in martial arts. I just love the gym. I think, and especially having my daughter growing up now, I'd love her to be in the gym as well. I think it's a good environment to be around. Um, yeah, I think I wish that I had it when I was a little bit younger. I kind of did, but not like yeah, maybe maybe a better gym than growing up would have been more. I wasn't. Sorry, I'm not really making much sense. The gym that I was like, I used to train with my dad and stuff, but it was very like just like hobbyist and traditional kind of stuff, you know. But I think if I had this, I probably would have stayed away from the piss and doing things I shouldn't have been doing, you know. Um, yeah, sorry, I got off on a tangent there,
No,
but
it's
yeah,
no issue at all.
it's just something that I don't want to go back in the tools. I don't want to go back to rendering and plastering. I have a passion for doing this. I think I'll keep training until my body will stop me, you know, whether it's jiu-jitsu, whatever. I just love doing it, you know. So if I can carry on teaching when I'm in my 50s and 60s, then I'd love that, you know. I see guys like, you know, Ben Vickers, I think he's in his mid late 40s. You got Steve Compton, I think Steve's almost 60, or if he is 60, and just love what they're doing, you know. And I think that's like fucking, that's really cool, like to be doing that at that age, you know. Yeah,
You mentioned there, it's something, yeah, so you can keep in touch with the sport. Running a gym and being a co-business owner, all that, very difficult, very time consuming.
yep,
The sport of MMA, being a competitor in it, is very difficult and very time consuming. Where does this kind of fit into your career? Are you still going to fight?
100%. Yeah, of course. Nothing's changed there. I've been kind of, I was kind of prepping for a fight in July anyway, which might not be happening now. Well, it doesn't look like it's happening at all. But like, I'll be planning. Yeah, I think late July anyway, or shortly after, with the turno. So nothing really has changed in that sense. Like, it, yeah, it's I trained down in Compton's in the days anyway, you know, so I got all my pro training down there, and I can train. I'll be teaching X amount of classes, but the classes I'm not teaching when I'm here I'm gonna be partaking in, getting coached by Doyley, Geordie. So like, yeah, it's actually gonna help my schedule if anything. And where I was like Doyley was coaching me up in Nambo. It was half an hour away from me. This is literally a 5 minute drive. So it's actually made me a little bit better with time. It's just I just have to sacrifice a few hours in the evenings or so.
Is Oasis what's on offer there? Is it a full MMA gym? What are the classes that you guys offer?
Yeah, full MMA gym. So do I think we do 3, 4 MMA classes. Oh no, sorry, two MMA classes a week, one wrestling class, 4 jiu-jitsu classes in the evening, 3 in the day, 3 Muay Thai classes in the morning, 2 in the evening, and one like mixed session Muay Thai and MMA. And then a couple of open mats as well. So it's everything, you know. I take care of the MMA. Doyley takes care of the Muay Thai and striking, and then Geordie, one of my mates, he's a jiu-jitsu black belt. He takes care of the gi. We're not doing any gi here at all, so everything just yeah, everything no gi and fight related, you know. But the jiu-jitsu will be its own thing as well. So yeah, it just has everything, and like I'm looking forward to having like different guys come up as well, like the Compton boys, like Steve and Elliott at some point come up. Speaking to Dom about coming up and teaching some wrestling. I'll eventually get Blair up to teach some striking. Ben Vickers is actually coming over for a seminar next weekend, which would be pretty cool. So like I'm keen to get different guys in, get different looks in at times, you know, not as a regular thing, but I think now and again, I think that'll be really, really valuable. Like I really respect all those guys' skill sets and coaching abilities. I think it's amazing to have guys, be able to have guys like that come in and teach what they know, like, you know.
I think I saw online you were talking before about, the little bit of hecticness to actually get a physical location. Were
Yeah.
you and like Doyle and that still training? Was it like under someone's house?
Yeah, and the Doyley's house, yeah. It was
So
a,
what's that like?
it was a nightmare. Nah, it was all right. You know, you just had to make do with it. Um, Unfortunately, like where Doyley was coaching out of before, like he started off with under Kyle Oak, just coaching. Obviously, sorry, let me go back a bit. He's a Muay Thai fighter. Ended up having a career-ending injury. Came away from Muay Thai, fell in love with coaching at Joe's own gym. Then he ended up coming to do jiu-jitsu and slowly started teaching the striking at Kyle Oak's gym and his brother Nelson. During COVID, that shut down. Then Doyley started teaching at a place called Hellraiser, and he ended up leaving there, and it was a bit of a rush decision, but he had to just get his own place set up just so he can coach us boys, you know. It wasn't ideal, but it lasted for about a year, I believe. So like once so like he was kind of set there with always having the plans of doing his own thing, but I wasn't there yet, you know. But then once I had my little girl, she was on the way, we had a chat and going like, yeah, let's do this, you know. So yeah, but it was difficult. So it was just mostly like striking there. We actually had a couple of guys come through and have a few MMA fights from there. And we would just every now and again we'd do like a wall wrestling session somewhere else, a few different spots. But yeah, surprising what you can do with a bunch of mats and a few keen boys, you know.
Bunch of mats and a dream.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
So we've talked about Doyle there. Who else is kind of a main staple coach out of Oasis?
My mate Jordan Scouse, he's a really passionate jiu-jitsu guy that just lives and breathes it. Obsessed with jiu-jitsu, has been since he started it for the last 10 years, you know. We started together. I think he started about 2 months after me in Nook martial arts. But the last like 5 or 6 years, he just become obsessed with it. Yeah, he's up to date with all the new shit that's going on, you know. And just loves coaching, loves teaching, loves training jiu-jitsu, trains 2, 3 times a day, every single day. Just that's all he watches and thinks about and talks about. It's quite annoying, really, but nah, he's not really. He loves it, like, you know. But yeah, he's a real good coach, and he's helped my jiu-jitsu for the last few years as well. So it's really good to have him on board.
Why the name Oasis?
Why not? I don't know. I just like it. I just don't. I'm not a fan of uh skulls and swords and fucking axes and cheesy names for gyms. You know, I like them simple. I like the branding of it. Um, I just don't think you need to sound or look tough to be an MMA gym. I think your skills are that, you know. I think you are meant to be that. So why, you know, when you get guys like trying to look mean all the time, I just think it's fucking corny. Each their own. It's just my thing. I don't like that look. I prefer. I like the branding that we've done because it's something that I'd wear if I wasn't fighting. So that's kind of where we went to it. And Oasis, I don't know, tropical, sunny coast. We were throwing a few things around, and as the one I really liked is like, oh yeah, that's actually not bad. I just went to it. We're not going to be doing Oasis soundtracks to the gym non-stop though. It's not happening.
What will be the soundtrack of the gym?
Fuck knows, 80s disco or something. I don't know.
Is
I
that
like
what's
it.
on your
I like a
playlist?
bit. I like a bit of 80s disco. Yeah, it's to do jiu-jitsu too. Anyway, yeah, I don't know, a bit of mix.
Talking about jiu-jitsu, do you hate the gi? Is that why you don't offer it? Are you
I'm
disgusted by the gi?
I'm allergic to the gi. Honestly. Nah, I just don't enjoy it. I stopped using it like the more my fighting took off, every fight camp I'd end up taking it off. And then I just stopped wearing it. And like it's just I just don't enjoy it anymore, you know. I just don't anytime that I'm stripping a grip or grabbing a grip, I feel like it's a waste of my time for my MMA training, you know. And there's different arguments of, oh, you should do the gi, it helps you, no gi. I don't believe it does. Um, yeah, that's just my opinion. You know, you got the best grapplers in the world with no gi, grapplers that don't put the gi on. So, yeah,
So if people watching this thinking, "Oh, I want to, maybe I'll show up in my gi," don't.
yeah, don't know.
You will not be welcomed into the gym.
They can though. It's just, yeah, you just take a piss or something. Yeah,
Honestly, I think that's one of the biggest worries probably of stepping into a gym with you is having the piss taken out of you relentlessly.
nah, it's not really like that. I'm like seven. Obviously, you got to judge people how they are, and if people seem they can take a piss and we have a bit of banter, but some people, I'd never be like that to someone on their first day, like you know. We
Day
got
two,
to
though.
what's that? Day two, fucking having a day two, yeah. Nah, it's all depends on the person, innit? I want people to feel welcome. It's fucking intimidating coming to a new gym, especially like a fight gym. Um, yeah, I just want everyone to have a good time and relax. I got a few of my regular boys who like to take a piss out of it anyway, so it kind of takes the heat off anyone else. Yeah.
They're the gym's punching bag.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm the fucking punching bag when it comes to the piss taking anyway. I get it worse than anybody.
Uh, Something you've mentioned out before this interview started. We talked about it a little bit, and you've mentioned throughout.
Yeah.
You are now a father. The last
Yes.
time you and I spoke, the baby was just about to be born.
Yeah.
It was the first time you and I have spoken since the baby has been born. How is it? How is it now being a father?
It's the best thing I've ever done. Honestly, it's so cool. It's yeah, it's just to watch this little thing like get excited over the weirdest shit. You know, like people that have kids that understand it. It's things that I didn't expect. Like getting excited about her being able to grab her feet or something like that. Just like the point where she's sitting up and she's looking around. It's like it's so cool. Like yeah, I love her. She's awesome. It's an exciting little. It's an exciting little journey it is. And I feel like we got a different baby every day. She changes a little bit every day, obviously being so young. But yeah, it's the best thing I've ever done. I'm so glad. Oh, my missus wants another one already, which is a bit, bit early for me, but she's ready to go again. I'm too close together. But yeah, it's obviously like everyone knows, everyone jokes about it being hard, which is difficult as its difficult moments, you know, like with the sleep and stuff. Lucky my missus, obviously with the breastfeeding, she has worse sleep than I do. But it's yeah, it has its hard points, but the good outweigh the bad or hard in tenfold. You know, it's the best thing I've ever done.
Has it changed you much? Do you feel like much of a different person now?
No, I don't know if it's changed me. It's definitely like I've turned into a way more organized person all of a sudden because like I thought I had spare time before, and I thought no, sorry, I thought I was really busy before, but all I had was spare time, and I enjoyed doing fuck all of it. But now, I like enjoy relaxing. But like now, I have zero spare time, and my day is like regimented, you know. So it's turned me into a very organized person, but it's not a bad thing. Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Has it changed me? Maybe not. I don't think so. Just just changed my perspective on a few things and changed. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really answer that very well. I don't know. I don't know. It's just a trip being a dad. It's so cool. It's fucking. I just love it. It's just like any more spare time that I'd like to do. Obviously, I've been so busy with the gym the last like few weeks, just getting this place ready and being here for this week. It's been a slog, like because we had a lot of construction stuff. We had to crack on with a lot of painting and all the rest of it. So the last like two weeks, I have not seen her as much as I've wanted to, but fortunately, like my mother-in-law's out at the moment, helping my missus and the baby for the last for the 2 weeks that she's here, and it's been like really good timing as well. But yeah, it's I look forward to when it calms down a little bit. And I can spend a little bit more time with her. But she's awesome, man.
Do you have any siblings?
Four. I'm one of four. Yeah, I got one. I got an older brother, and two sisters.
What do you, as someone who has A, multiple siblings, and B, is both a younger and an older brother, what do you think the ideal age gap is?
Um, Fuck, I don't know. I don't know. We didn't really get on too much when I was younger. We got on more as like an adult life, in our adult lives. But like, yeah, I don't know. I think by what other people say to me, it's like 2 years seems to be pretty good between kids because it's hard work, but then they grow up together as they go. But yeah, I'm not really speaking from experience. I was actually some 10, 11 years younger than my brother, and then my sister, I'm 9 years younger than, and then something like five with the other one. So I was the baby of the family, you know. Um, but yeah, I'm not really sure. But yeah, it'd be nice for her to have, because I didn't speak to my siblings for like years from when I was younger, just fractured family shit in it. But now that I've reconnected with them the last few years, like my brother's like one of my best mates, you know. He's which is weird because we didn't really know each other that much when I was younger. So I think like having my little one have a little brother or sister, I think would be pretty cool, you know. It'd be a shame not to. But it looks like the choice is taken out of my hands anyway. My missus, she's keen as shit. Yeah,
Uh, Coach, I appreciate the time. I've got two more for you before I let you go. I know the
go for it.
day is busy. Um, Talking about Compton's, a place you will still frequent and train at yourself. Uh,
Yep,
Blair Bretag is fighting Darcy Vendy, a
yep,
man you train with against a man you have faced before.
yep.
What are your thoughts on that matchup?
It's a cool fight. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I think obviously Darcy's like yeah, Darcy's very good. He's competent everywhere, you know. So is Blair. Blair's grappling is very underrated. I think that like obviously everyone knows that Blair's got power in his hands and he's an amazing striker, but his defensive grappling is very good too. And he's a nasty striker, man. He's a nasty striker. It's a cool fight, man. Like Darcy's good, like you know, he's good. You just don't know. That's what I love about fighting. You just don't know. If I had to put money on it, I think a Blair's going to knock him out either in the first or the second. And obviously, yeah, you just don't know with Darcy. He's good, man. He's got a good chin, but Blair hits very hard, and he's not just wild. He's calculated in his striking as well. He sets things up very well. Like he gives me a hard time and has done since I've gone to Compton's. Yeah, it's interesting with Blair. I think Blair, I think with the Cam Rouston fight with Blair, I think he's a little bit overzealous with it. But I think if he fights the way he did in his last fight, I think he'll beat anyone in the country. I think.
I spoke to Blair yesterday.
Yep.
I got his thoughts on this.
Yep.
Uh, I feel like there's a real divide in Oz of like middleweight up. It's
Yep.
like I feel like there's heaps of welterweight, and then the moment you hit middleweight, it's like
Yeah.
bit of a wasteland. Um, Darcy's a man who fought at welterweight before moving up to middleweight. Blair's a guy who fought at light heavyweight before moving down to middleweight. Do you think size will at all play a factor in this?
I don't know. Darcy's fucking huge anyway. You know what I mean? I think they'd be roughly about the same size. He's a fucking big boy, Darcy is, and so is Blair. So I don't think so. No, I really don't think so. I just think it's one of those fights where it's whoever gets in the front foot in the first 2 rounds is going to win the fight. I think that's how I see it playing out.
And finally, for me, John, I really appreciate the time. Doing this, it's always cool. I always love talking to you.
Yep.
And a little bit of the post interview stuff. Cut up the interview, make a clip. I send it to you. Sometimes you collab with it. And so I get like an insight into kind of who follows you.
Yeah.
Do you know Oban Elliot? Because he consistently likes the stuff that you post.
Yeah. I trained with Oban back in Wales. So when I went back, it was before he was in the UFC. When I went back to Wales, a couple of years ago, I was training up in Shaw MMA, and I met him there and trained with him for a fair bit, for about a year, maybe 9 months, something like that. But yeah, trained with Oban a fair bit. He's doing really well in the UFC at the moment. Fair play to him. He's doing real well. I think like his personality as well suits like everything he's doing as well. You know, he's got that like, I don't know, everyone seems to gravitate to his personality and like the way he talks on the mic and everything. I think he's got big potential to go a long way. He's very good, yeah.
Was he always like that? Like back when you knew him?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think so, yeah. It's yeah, I think he was, yeah. He was doing the same on Cage Warriors and stuff as well. He's always doing it all the way up. Um yeah, he's always been like, oh yeah. But he's fucking talented boy, very, very, very athletic and fit as well. He's I think he's got potential to go a long way with it. Well, he obviously is. You know, he's fucking making waves, and I think his personality like really helps with that stuff as well. You know, he has fun with it. Yeah, he's doing awesome, man.
So were you at the same gym as Oban? Like how did the crossover happen?
When I went back to Wales, I was training at another place, and a few of the boys, Brett Johns, Rowan, and the guy Scott Pedersen would drive him back and forth to shore because it was about an hour away from us. And I ended up going up to train with them because I knew it was such a good MMA gym, and just ended up training with Oban then. But he's he's a he's a very confident dude, old Oban. I remember the first time I sparred him, I was like, I just done an MMA round, and I was like, oh, do you want a round? And he's like, fucking, what's he say to me? Fucking, take a round off, I'll have you when you're fresh. I was like, fuck you, can't just fucking have a round. He's just very, you know, it's just the way he is. So yeah, like the way he is on TV and all that, he's like that all the time. But yeah, they're all very good boys. Very, very, very good gym. Obviously, you got Jack Shaw, Jack Marshman, all them boys coming out. Brett Johns is fucking phenomenal. It's a very, very good gym. Good fighters around them. Great coaching with Carl Parker and Shaky as well. They're fucking really, really good boys. It's mad because it's just a small little gym in the Valley of Wales, you know, and they're fucking going out there and competing with in the UFC with all these massive gyms in America. It's fucking cool to see, man.
Any time I see that pop up, I always laugh because I think I've probably mentioned it to you before, but I was never the best at geography and
Right.
understanding like the scope of other places. So the concept that 100% of the Welsh people I know Oban Elliot is very funny to me because it does not help me at all with my like, well, everywhere everyone knows everyone.
Well, if there's so Wales, you can drive from top to bottom in 4 hours. It's a pretty small place.
Well, there you go. Of course, everyone knows
We all
everyone.
know each other. We
Yeah,
all know each
exactly.
other. Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
John, I thank you so much for the time. It something that really stands out to me. I remember maybe 2 interviews ago, you and I did. I asked about kind of what family was over here, and
Yeah.
you were talking about how it's just you and your wife. So for you to now start a family, kind of have your own little slice of Australia with a house and a business, it's really awesome to see. I'm really happy for you. What does the rest of today look like for you, Coach?
I've actually got Tristan, my middleweight, in to pads me right now, so I'll have to shoot off in a sec. But yeah, just got 2 pad sessions, 2 privates at the moment. And then I got open back to the gym, and I'm going to just hit a recovery centre after that. And then I think me and the missus are going to go out for a bit of food tonight then. So that's pretty much my day.
Excellent. Well earned. Last one. People will be fighting out at Oasis eventually?
100%, yeah. Not pretty soon, actually. You got one of the boys. One of the boys is going to be having his first amateur fight, I think, pretty soon. So we've got a couple of boys that are keen to fight. A few bigger lads as well, which is going to be interesting. So, yeah, for sure, 100%. But anybody's welcome on. I don't want anyone to think that they can't come here because they don't want to fight. It's welcome whether you're a fighter or not, you know?
It is, let me pull up the Instagram handle there. It is Oasis Fight Academy on Instagram. Is there a website or anything?
It's in the middle of being made at the moment, yeah.
Excellent. Well, the Instagram and that will be linked below. John Martin Fraser, I thank you so much for the time. I will let you go and do coach things now. Thank you so much.
Man. Cheers, man. Thank you. See you soon.